On to our next race here, which is the women's F800 and a pretty big field at that. So we'll try and get through them here. Zali Nadge of Box Hill and hip number 1, Carly Hurley of Ringwood in number 2, Ellie Kewish of Essendon number 3, Claire Beaton-Wells of St Stephen Harriers number 4, Rihanna Clemau of Mentone number 5, Emily Chambers unattached number 6, Molly Tozer of Box Hill number 7, Vicky Malamus also of Box Hill number 8, Madeline Bashirudin of Geelong Guild in number 9, Justine White of CHI. Someone help me out here.
Chilwell.
Thank you, Chilwell. I need to know the Geelong ones better. Number 10, Chloe Warmington of BHA. Oh, Ballarat. Know that one. Number 11, and Chloe Anderson of, I believe, Diamond Valley, number 12. So a pretty big field here in the women's F800.
You'll nail those abbreviations by the end of the night, Mitch.
A
few of those tricky ones will just stick in our mind.
I really hope so. I've got my fingers crossed. So we'll try and get the seed times up here to see how fast spread this race is. But a field of 12 may indicate that it will be a good range in times.
It's about 5 seconds splitting the field. So 2:35 will be the leaders to seed time about 2:40. So it should be relatively bunched. And a fair few athletes, more than half the field, has quoted 2:35 as their seed time. So there isn't too much going to be in it at the top of the field, I would suspect.
Yeah, I think that's Rihanna Clemau of Mentone there and hip number 5 who's got the fastest seed time coming in. So we'll see how she goes off this gun. But a big field, so you're going to want to find your spot early. There's going to be a little bit of carnage, I imagine, when they cross in. And they're in the starters' hands now. And we're away. So we'll see who can get to the front as they all want to get a very good start. Some people are more inclined to want to sit at the back. They're going to back their kick in a little bit more than others, but it looks like it's going to be nicely spread, and they all might be lucky here. They might be able to find a spot pretty quickly.
I think Zali Nudge from Box Hill on the inside. She might be one of the leaders, as is the other Box Hill athlete in Molly Tozer, it looks like. They're being led out by a pacemaker in this race, I believe. So throughout the evening, we'll start to see more and more pacemakers helping the athletes along. It is a PB, mate, and it looks like it's going to be making PBs a lot easier when we have someone to follow.
Yeah, well, I take my words back. There wasn't carnage whatsoever. These girls just slotted beautifully into a single file position. So the two Box Hill athletes at the front, and they're going to work well off each other and also off the pacemaker. We'll see how long she can hold on for. But right now, it's a little bit hard to tell where everybody is positioned. So when they come past us here at the 400-metre mark, we'll get a little bit more of an insight as to where they are. But it looks like Claire Beaton-Wells of St Stephen's is going to sit on the outside of our two Box Hill athletes there. We come through the bell in 71 seconds, so they're certainly on for a good time here, and we'll see what happens. But now athletes start to move their way into lane 2 to try and get towards the front with 300 metres to go, and it's going to be a pretty interesting last 300 here, I'd say, Mick.
Exactly. It's the athlete in the green crop leading the field. The pacemaker just drops off now, so the athletes are all on their own to tackle this last 300 metres as Claire Beaton-Wells from St Stephen's leads the second pack, following that could be Chloe Anderson from Diamond Valley, who has gapped the field by about 5 to 10 metres.
Yeah, and she's run on extremely well since the pacemaker stepped off with 300 metres to go. As now we start to see Emily Chambers, our unattached athlete, now making her way up to Chloe Anderson. So we'll see if Chloe's able to hold on with 150 metres to go. But Emily Chambers has timed her race perfectly, what it seems. We'll see how the last 100 goes, but she's looking incredibly strong in the hat there. Chloe Anderson still holding on to second place as we see Claire Beaton-Wells, who's been around the front the whole race, now start to move into second. So a great race here from Emily Chambers. She's going to come down to the line, and she's going to hit it at 2:28 there. So a great performance. Claire Beaton-Wells now at 2:30. Chloe Anderson, who did a lot of the work early, 2:33. And a big group of girls are now starting to make their way through. So there'll be a lot of happy campers there, I'd say, Mick. But a great race, perfectly timed.
Absolutely. The first 3 or 4 of those athletes, or 5 even, under around that 2:35 mark. So they've definitely collected PBs there. Also,